Hi guys, we're going to be going through the desk mobility series. Now, majority of us are going to be at desk all day long for about 8 hours. Now, if you're in this position for several hours, it generally just messes up your mobility, your functionality, and obviously any power, and you can get tightness within important parts of our body. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through certain sections of where you may get tight or restricted or inefficient when you're sitting down at a desk for so long. First off, you would normally see like your ankles. Now in this position, it normally isn't that too bad, that bad, because we normally would sit flat-footed on sitting at the desk typing away. Okay, but what we could do is try and make sure that you have a good bit of mobility exercises on the hour for 5 minutes. Okay, so what we would do is with the ankles, what we could do is do external rotation and try and feel like you're forcing the outside of the ankles to the floor. So stretching down the outside of our ankles. Ladies, if you're wearing high heels, generally this becomes very, very tight. So I would say take your high heel shoes off, if you do have them, and place your feet on the floor, and then do this exercise where you're just pushing out to the side, bring it back in, and then coming up onto your toes and trying to pull your toes off the floor. So that's quite a good little simulation you can do. So turning those ankles out, up onto the toes, pull your toes on. So we're strengthening in front of our shins, getting activation into our Achilles, so that gets our ankle a bit more efficient. Now what we can do with our hamstrings is quite an easy one with the backs of our legs, is a simple hamstring stretch. So what we could do is we can just step our foot forward, just underneath the desk, and we can just lean forward slightly enough, and we can just bring our toe up if you feel tight underneath the back of the hamstrings. Okay. Another one we can do is try and activate the quad, because when we're stuck in a 90-degree position, we can get something called cinema syndrome. Basically, it just means this knee gets a bit rusty staying at a 90-degree angle. But what you can do is bring your leg forward and just lock your leg out. Try and really tense that for 5 to 10 seconds, and then bring back to 90 degrees. Tense it 5 to 10 seconds. Back to 90 degrees. Now, the most common place that you're going to be tight is within your hips. Hip flexors get tight. What we could do is a simple tailor stretch where you bring yourself up if you feel you can. You may even need to extend your lower leg and bring it to there. And then what we can do is just lean forward, get a stretch in your glute, and you can manipulate your position of the knee to try and get more of a stretch in the hip flexor, more to do with your tense fascial lata rather than the iliopsoas. But basically, you want to try and push that knee down, okay? And lean away, you feel it more within the hip, but if you lean forward, the knee comes up a bit, you'll feel it more in the back of the bum. Now, what we can do is when we're sitting at the desk all day long, generally we get into a slump position where we would rock back into our lower back and then our shoulders round forward. Okay? You'd be typing at a desk like this. This will open up the back, make the muscle inefficient. So, like we would do on the floor like in yoga, happy cat, sad cat. So you try and get on your butt bones, and you try and tilt forward, flex back. Tilt forward, flex back. When you're flexing back, bracing those abs, breathing out, and at the same time try and squeeze your butt really, really tight. Then reversing it, trying to strengthen your erector spinae, or the muscles going up either side of your back, and strengthen the hip flexors. And you do that for about a minute, just to wake them up so they don't get too sleepy. Now, the last one we can do is for your neck, because when we are at the desk, typing away, our shoulders will round forward, and it will get quite tight on the top of the traps or the neck. So from here, you can hold onto the side of the seat or put your hand underneath your bum. Anchor your shoulder. Try and make sure you extend your spine upwards. Use your other hand to come over the head and stretch that neck. Hold it in for 5 to 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, and then try and release it. Repeat that 3 times, and then just continue on to the other side. So give those exercises about a minute each, so 5 minutes on the top of every hour, and it'll keep you nice and mobile, ready for your training in the evening.